Yes guys, welcome back to the Sports Guru. I hope you're all doing well. So today we are turning our attentions to boxing, and we're going to be previewing the boxing this weekend in America between Canelo Alvarez and Kovalev. So we all expected this fight really to be the trilogy between Golovkin and Canelo because we just did. Canelo just beat Danny Jacobs. Golovkin was sort of kneeling. He had a comeback fight, didn't he? And then it was sort of rumoured that this would be the trilogy, but Canelo had other ideas. So in this video we will be previewing and comparing their records and ultimately where the fight will be won and lost. So Kovalev, he's coming off a win over Anthony Yarde. Not the best performance from Kovalev. I suppose many people thought he could have lost that fight by stoppage really, because Anthony Yarde should have stopped in the 8th round, I believe. He had Kovalev in all sorts of trouble, but probably lack of experience, and he just couldn't capitalise on that, and in the end Yarde got stopped himself. And as I said earlier, Canelo coming off the back of the Danny Jacobs win, unifying the middleweight titles. Many people didn't really expect him to go up to light heavyweight to challenge Kovalev, but he obviously wants to become a 4-weight world champion. So let's look into the fight. Let's see where the fight will be won and lost, and let's compare. Obviously Canelo is notably the smaller man. Kovalev looks a giant compared to him, much like when Canelo fought Rocky Fielding. Fielding obviously towered over him because that was at super middleweight nevertheless, but yeah, so there's a definite size differential, but I think Canelo's been smart in picking Kovalev. You haven't seen him gone for a Bataviev or a Bivol. He's gone for probably the champion on the slide now, the one that most people think will lose, the champion that's had his best days. So a smart decision from Canelo in that respect. I see many people thinking that Canelo will win, that Canelo will outpoint him, maybe stop him, and I probably agree with that. I think Kovalev has had his best days. He obviously had those 2 fights with Andre Ward. He's had fights, going back years, against Nathan Cleverly as well in the past. I remember when Frank Warren actually, he didn't have a clue who Kovalev was, and Cleverly was a WBO light heavyweight champion at the time. And I'm pretty sure it was a mandatory, and Frank Warren was going around saying, yep, this is going to be an easy mandatory defence for Nathan Cleverly, and we all know what happened in that fight. Nathan Cleverly got defeated. But anyway, I digress. So yes, Kovalev has had his best days. Probably his best performances was around when he beat Cleverly. What's that, 7-8 years ago now? So he's been boxing a long time. Obviously he's got a big home crowd in Russia behind him. He's a big star over there. So Canelo, what does he have to do to win? He obviously has to get close to Kovalev. He can't let Kovalev implement his size and his big frame on him. He needs to get on his chest in close. Not too dissimilar from Derek Chisora against David Price. Then same sort of tactics really, and I think Canelo being the younger, more fitter, probably will see him win. He's got the speed with his punches that he'll be bringing up from the lower weights, but will he have the power? That's the most interesting thing. He obviously had enough to defeat Rocky Fielding at super middleweight, but will that travel up to him to light heavyweight? Who knows? Kovalev obviously will have to exert his power early to get Canelo to respect, and then I think he'll have to hurt Canelo if he's going to win the fight, really, in my opinion. But my prediction is a Canelo late stoppage, probably in the championship rounds, I'll say. I wouldn't be surprised if Kovalev is pulled out also. Anyway, that's my preview. I'm going for a Canelo late stoppage or a unanimous decision on points. Let me know how you've got this fight, who's going to win. I'm looking forward to the undercard, and don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on social media, and much appreciated. Thanks for watching.